Sometimes when trying to remember the chemical symbols and the chemical element's name, it's good to use sentences to look for a connection between the chemical symbols. For example, you got the capital S and a small g for seaborgium or seaborgium, how you want to use it, and you got the capital L and a small r for Lawrencium. Okay, capital L, small r for Lawrencium. When I first started remembering the periodic table of elements, I couldn't find a word that easily with a capital L and an R. I had to really look. I look all around, next questions, go into my internet very heavily. Then I decided to use sentences. Instead of look for words, use sentences. So if you cannot find anything, a word with capital S and a small g like this, or capital L and a small r, use a sentence. I use a sentence: boss, girl, Rosie. Who's the boss? Rosie. Boss, girl, Rosie. Okay? I think of a diner. You know how you have Alice in her diner, and you see Flo and all those people, and they act like they want to act like the boss, but they're not. This is how I see it in my head. Boss, girl, Rosie. Rosie. And if you see here, you see the S and the G right there, and you see the L and the R. Now we gotta put it in the way that the periodic table of elements will put it. So we got B, capital B for boron, capital B O R O N, and then we got the O and the S. And so I use capital R, capital O, and a small s for osmium. Osmium. See right here? Capital OSMIURM. Osmium. Or osmium. You can use it that way. You can use it that way too. And then you got the S here with the G there for girl. See the girl, G for the girl? And you got the S here that ends the word boss. So boss girl. So you got capital S and a small g. And that's for seaborgium. Now some people may pronounce it borgium, and some borgium. So you got seaborgium, okay? And then you got the capital I and the R in right here. So you take the I and you capitalize the I and you put a small R right there, and you get iridium, or iridium, and that's capital IRIDIUM. Then we come to the chemical symbol that's very hard to find words for. You really gotta look and see it, and look and search for it. It's very hard, and that's LR. So I'd say if I can't find a word that goes together with LR, which you could probably find one or two after looking for the word. It'll take a long time to find it, but you can find it, one or two of them, but that's it. So I decided to make a sentence. So here, I take the L from girl, and the R from the name Rosie, and I put it together, capital L and a small R, and I got Lawrencium, and some people pronounce the C as key, and the I. The CI is Lawrencium, but it's really pronounced Lawrencium, and that's capital L and the R. And then you got O for oxygen from Rosie, capital O. She takes a small O and make it into a capital O, and you got oxygen, capital O for oxygen. That's supposed to be a big O. That looks too small, doesn't it? It should be a larger O. There you go. It should be a larger O. A capital O for oxygen. 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 That's the O. Then we got the capital S and a small E for selenium. Capital SELENIUM, selenium. Okay, right there. See the S, we capitalized it, and we kept the E, small case. Then we got capital Y, the last letter from Rosie. We capitalized the Y, and we got yttrium. Capital Y, TTRIUM, yttrium. Okay? And there you go. You got the. So sometimes if you can't find a chemical symbol to making up words, then you're going to have. It's a good thing that you should use sentences that you can construct from your mind, and look for, and look for the chemical symbols. See the S, capital S, the small G, the small L, which I capitalized for small R. You see, and there's the symbol right there: capital S and small G, capital L and a small R for the chemical symbol, and that's the way to do it. You see it? So if you can't find a word that will help you, then you're going to have to look for the chemical symbol. All right? Okay. Over and out. Goodbye.